It is now time for the Friday feed. Last week, St. Landry Parish made such an impression on Al Hebert that he just had to go back to wrap up the week. Well, he's out in Washington visiting with the owner of Old Corte Blue Cafe. Let's check in with him. Good morning, Al. How you doing?
Hey, good morning, Carter. You know, we met Harley Fontenot on our trip to St. Landry Parish up in Washington at the Catawba Cafe. And I was just blown away by the way this guy cooks. So he's a chef. He owns the Catawba Cafe. He's got the Bon Temps cooking show. Harley, thanks for making time for us this morning. Tell us about all you got going on.
Oh man, and it's a lot we got going on too. See, we got the show that comes out every Wednesday at 6 o'clock p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. And then we got the Old Catawba Cafe we're starting to start up, get it rolling, which is closed down temporarily, but once it comes back, it's going to be better than it ever was before.
Now, you know, Harley, one of the things I was so impressed with when we came to see you, had the best steak and rice and gravy I've ever had. Oh, my God, that was amazing. How long did you cook that?
That took 5 hours to cook.
5 hours. You're a man of great patience.
Yeah.
So that tells me great food takes a great amount of time. What are we going to be cooking this morning? See, we have a chicken, some stuff here. What do we got? What are we going to be cooking?
A chicken sauce piquant chef.
Ooh, chicken sauce piquant. Now, you know, I've never really had that before. Tell us about what that is for those folks who may not know.
Well, it's a cross between, like, you scratch a gravy with it, and it's like a stew, but it's also a tomato gravy. So it's three things all at once. You got all kind of good flavors coming in all at the same time.
Ooh, we're going to be raining down flavor this morning. Hey, and look, I love chefs with great knives. I have really bad knives. We're going to learn to cut chicken, cook chicken, do a sauce piquant. We're doing everything with Harley this morning. Celebrity chef, owner of a great restaurant, and who knows what else we'll find out. So in the meantime, we're going to go back to you in the studio. More News 15 today.
Washington, the town of flavor this morning. Sounds great, Al. Looking forward to see what you guys cook up later on. Well, it is time for the Friday feed. Alex, last week, St. Landry Parish made such an impression on Al Hebert that he just had to go back to wrap up this week.
That's true. He is in Washington this morning. We're going to send it out to him to see where he is and how it's going. Hey, Al.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Carter. Hey, Chef Harley Fontenot, owner, Catawba Cafe in Washington. We are in his kitchen now, learning a few of his this guy is an amazing cook. He's got a cooking show too. You may have seen it, the Bon Temps cooking show. Harley, we're about to start what dish again?
A chicken sauce piquant.
Okay, how do we start this baby?
Oh man, the first thing you have to do is cut up your vegetables, and I'm going to show you how to break down this fryer to get it ready to go into the pot.
Okay. Hey, why don't we break down the fryer? You want to do that first, or do you cut vegetables first?
I usually go with vegetables first.
Let's go with vegetables first. I don't want to get in your way.
Yeah. Yeah, so for the first thing you're going to do is, tip both sides of your onion. And then you slice it right in half. Comme ça. And you got to peel the outer layer off of it.
Now, how deep do you go with the outer layer? Because sometimes I peel this thing and, I lose a lot of onion. Am I good with this?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay.
You got it perfect there. And see, I just file through it this way.
Okay, that's the way I do it too. I'm practically a chef now.
Yep. I call this granny chopping.
Okay, I like that.
It doesn't have to be perfect. We're going to cook this so long, it's going to all cook down, and you don't need no teeth to eat this either.
Don't need teeth to eat it. That's good news for a lot of us out there. Wow. So I'm not crying. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm so good at cutting this onion.
Of course. Hey, Harley, we got about 30 seconds. Harley and I are going to finish cutting this, and then we're going to come out. But we're going to show you how to break down the chicken in the next one, which I think is going to be interesting. I've never dealt with a whole chicken before. So for those of you who are purists and like to deal with a whole entire chicken, we're going to show you how to do that coming out. In the meantime, back to you in the studio. Adam, Carter, Alex, more News 15.
I thought you used to spatchcock chickens, correct? Doesn't that involve the entire chicken?
Yes. Yes. I did spatchcock chickens.
Okay.
Correct. Yes,
Well, we never did
I
learn
did.
that technique, but I thought it involved the whole chicken. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that at a later date.
Taylor
but,
Shea had to
You know,
suffer
I
through
forgot.
that lesson.
It's been so long since I spatchcocked. Yeah, it's been a long time. I told you my sad Thanksgiving story.
Yeah,
Okay,
well,
we'll
yeah.
check back with
Remember
Alec in our next hour. It's Friday. It's the music that means one thing. Friday feed.
Yes, we are very delighted. We're going to send it out to Al Hebert. He's with Chef Harley Fontenot. They are cooking in his home kitchen. This is not his restaurant. He has a home kitchen and a restaurant kitchen, but we're going to send it out to them now. Al, how's it going?
Yeah, that's where the magic's made, right there at home.
Hey, Alex. Hey, Carter. Now, for Alex, you're going to want to watch all this because this is Cajun cooking. You could do this next time your family comes down. For Carter, look at this. A Fender Stratocaster cutting board. How cool is that? Not only does he cook, he plays the guitar too. I love this. Harley, what are we going to do next?
So what we're gonna do next is I'm gonna show y'all how to cut this chicken. So we're gonna take this whole fryer and we're gonna break it all down, kind of as if you'd be frying the chicken. So to start out with that, and I hear you're a fan of this, we're gonna
I am.
We're gonna start out by spatchcocking the
Hey!
chicken.
Validation.
And to do that, you gotta start right here on this Teton bone, and you gotta cut that right in half.
I'm there with you, buddy. I'm a spatchcocker from way back.
So you get right in there and you split that
Now
down
your
the
knife's
middle.
better than mine because it usually takes me a lot more time to do it.
Then you're gonna flip it over and you find the backbone. That's the last part that goes over the fence. And
There you go.
get on both sides of that and cut it out.
Now explain why spatchcocking, when it comes to turkeys, is a good thing, because I was told not to spatchcock my turkey this year. Very heartbreaking, by the way. Spatchcocking is great because of what?
Because you can get the heat in there better. It's all spread out so the heat has more of a place to go. And it cooks more evenly and it stays juicy. And
Now you shoot up your spatchcock turkeys, right?
oh yeah. Use a little Tony's Creole butter. Can't go wrong with that.
Man, you make this look easy. I've never done what you're doing. I just spatchcock it, shoot it up, put it in the oven, boom. It's magic.
Yeah, so once you got this separated, you take the leg and thigh quarter and you make it run like it's at the Mamu Mardi Gras.
Oh, I love that.
And use that to find the little joint in there. Then you're going to pass that knife in there, come saw, and paya.
I like that. Make it run like Mardi Gras. Hey, we got to go back to the show. More News 15 today. They're going to run like Mardi Gras with news and weather all morning long. Harley and I will be out here cooking, cutting chicken. It's a great morning.
Well, you are in heaven this morning, Al. The spatchcocking of the chicken is
am.
back.
Cajun cooking. Oh, man. Well, we love that music because it means it's Friday, but it also, of course, means it's Friday Feed, one of our favorite segments.
Most certainly. We're going to check in now with Al Hebert. He is in Washington this morning with Chef Harley Fontenot. Let's see what they're getting into. Al, how's it going?
Hey, Carter. Hey, Alex. We've got the chicken cut up, and now Harley's going to season it. I like the way you season stuff. Show us how to do this, Harley.
Oh man, you gotta season that till your ancestor taps you on the shoulder and tells you that's enough. That's
Where
the
you come
only
up
way to
with
do
this?
it.
Now you're just pouring that on there.
I'm just eyeballing it. It's gonna look like a lot of seasoning, but that's because
It really does.
yeah, but it seasons the entire gravy. See, if I do this right, I won't have to add anything to it.
Okay, so this is one-shot seasoning.
Yep. But you also have to keep in mind that once you add it, you can't take it out. So if
Right.
you're not used to it, you might not want to put that much at one time.
A word of caution. Let me just show this right here. So that is a lot of seasoning. It looks like a lot, but it's going to all work out in the end.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna mix that up real good, and we're gonna head to the stove and get this frying up. See, I already got my bell peppers and my onions cooking down, but not the garlic. See, you want to wait till you have a little bit of liquid in there
Yeah.
before you add your garlic, or else it'll get real bitter.
So now, I did want to point this out. I like what you did with the garlic here. You know, that's all chopped very finely. But I was surprised to see you're going to have roux in this and tomatoes.
Yep.
So I've never had roux and tomato before. Explain that. I don't quite get it.
So don't put tomatoes in your gumbo or your stew. But this is something different. See, it's a tomato-based stew. But That's the only thing you really put those two things together in Cajun cooking, really. A dark roux with a tomato gravy.
Now, I know a lot of times people will say add so many pounds of chicken, but with this you add a chicken. Does the chicken need to weigh a certain amount to make this?
Not necessarily, no. And you can use whatever chicken you like, preferably with bones in it, though.
Right, and why the bones?
Because it gives it a whole lot of flavor. As it cooks down, you know, it adds its own stock.
I know that most of the time, I mean, there's so much boneless, skinless chicken out there that people like it because it's healthy and it's easy and things like that. But you're losing a lot of flavor when you take the bones out, right?
Yeah, see, if you do that with the boneless, all you got to do is add a little bit of chicken base. It's not the same, okay, but it replaces the bone flavor that you're missing.
But man, you're going to get some fat in there, you're going to get some flavor in there. You know, you don't want to miss that. Hey, you know what you don't want to miss? Use 15 a day with Carter, Alex, and Adam. We're going back to you in the studio. Hey, Harley and I are going to put this in the pot coming up. That's the next shot. You're going to love this.
I'm sure we will. We'll check back with you, Al, in our next hour. Alex.
It is, yes. We're checking in with Al Hebert. He's having a blast this morning. He is in Washington visiting one of his new friends, actually.
Yeah, he made his friend last week during his trip through St. Landry Parish, and they're doing some good old Cajun cooking this morning.
Look at that.
Al, name the restaurant that this fantastic chef works for.
Man, this is really going well. Harley Fontenot, a great chef. So Harley, tell us where we are now. Just to let everybody know, look, all the vegetables are gone. They sort of melded together, and you get that nice build up on the bottom of the pot.
You know what you call that? That's the grammise.
Yes, the grammise.
All the little burnt bits at the bottom, that's what you want. So you want to pour a little bit of water in there if you wouldn't mind. That's perfect. Not too much.
Not too much. Look, it was perfect. I did a perfect job.
And see what we're going to do is scratch all them grammise into a paste here at the bottom.
Wow.
Let's do a little bit more water. Just a hair.
Now, Harley, I know from our visit with you a couple of weeks ago that you are a black iron pot guy. Tell us why you're doing it in a Magnolite this morning.
So actually, since I'm going to be using tomatoes, tomato has a natural acidity to it, and it will break down the seasoning on your black iron pot. So I've chosen to go with a Magnolite, but good luck getting one of these right now.
I mean, look, this is so old. John, I don't know if you can get this. It's got the M on it. Remember when they used to have the M's on them? God, this is probably 50 years old, if not older. So, Alex, remember when you're cooking this, do not cook it in your black iron pot. You're going to want to cook it in Magnolite. More water, Harley?
Yes, sir.
So look, we're going to go back to you guys in the studio. Harley and I are going to make gravy here. This is really smelling great. Sometimes this is the best job in the world.
You know, you just literally answered my question. I just said to Adam and Carter, I was like, did he just say it ruins the seasoning in his black iron pot? I did not know that. I did not know that was a thing.
It's a fine balance, Alex.
It's educational. It's
right.
An educational show.
Yes, thank you. Appreciate that.
We'll check back with Al in our next half hour. Well, last week, St. Landry Parish made such an impression on Al Hebert that he just had to go back to wrap up this week.
Yes, he is out in Washington visiting one of the owners of, is it Cordon Bleu Cafe, right? We're going to check in with him now. It probably smells
great in there.
Great.
Carter, Alex, I want to show you, as my tatant would say, some real thick gravy here. Look at that. Look at this. Harley, look at this gravy. Oh, my God.
Oh, that's real thick.
That is very thick. So, fun fact, he did not use brown gravy mix or kitchen bouquet. What's the secret of this? We've been here with you all morning, but I got to tell you, I didn't realize it would be like this quick.
Well, it's once I added the roux. See, like I was explaining, a sauce piquant has roux and tomato paste in it. See, if we'd stop right here, it would be a chicken fricassee. But we're going to keep on building on that and get it even thicker.
Now, Alex Rostell's from Ohio. You got this word fricassee, Alex? You're going to want to write that down because you may want to do this when your parents come in. So here's the, are we ready for this?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so here we go. Again, the reason Harley is not using the black iron pot is because of the acid in the tomato.
Exactly. So what you're going to want to do is take your little Piquant can of tomato paste and put you 2 big old tablespoons of that. It equals out to about half of the little can of tomato paste.
Now, what do you do with the rest?
You can feed that to your dogs. Just get creative with it. Put it in your scrambled eggs or something.
I never thought about that. I'm going to have to try that.
Yeah.
I will actually do that. Because I always hate to have tomato paste left over because it's never quite enough to do anything with. Okay, so Harley, we got about 30 seconds left. We're going to go back to the studio while Harley is stirring the pot. This is incredible. This is really magic, what's happening here. Definitely kitchen magic. So we're going to go back to Carter and Alex in the studio. Adam, I hope the rain stops. But this is tick. Very
Real
tick.
tick.
I love the tick.
Real tick shot.
We are jealous.
It's my Friday feed dance. You like it?
Yeah, you've had some dances in the past. I kind of like this music though. It's a little longer, if you will.
Yeah, it's a little upbeat.
Yeah, it's nice.
Well, let's on that. Let's check in with Al
Enough
Hebert.
dancing. Let's check in with Al Hebert. He has been cooking all morning long. We're excited to see. Oh,
Yeah.
let's just see it.
That gravy will make you
wow.
want to dance for sure.
Yeah.
Look, guys, I got to tell you, as I said once, my taunt would go, "Oh man, that's tick gravy." Yeah, that is some tick gravy. We're going to plate this up and try it. One of the things I learned from being here this morning, and Carter, Alex, you want to write this down, paprika. Tell us why the paprika.
Well, paprika comes in most Cajun all-purpose seasonings, and that's because it helps you get the grammies at the bottom of the pot, which
Didn't
is
know.
the burnt stuff that you scratch when you make a gravy.
I love it. Let's plate this up. Hey, you just mentioned you're going to have a buffet at Catawba, right?
Yeah, eventually. That's
Oh,
the plan.
man. I love a buffet. Just a fun fact, it's kind of how I keep my weight up is at buffets. So what kind of rice is this?
This is some regular medium grain rice.
Okay, I love that. Because you know there's a big debate, medium grain versus long grain, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to try this. So you were telling us about your Boudreaux cousins earlier?
Oh, yeah. Got a couple of those.
Okay, we're going to try this. Wow, look at this gravy. Look, that's incredible. That is, I love rice and gravy. And you're like the rice and gravy king, okay? Because that steak and gravy you had the other day was amazing.
Oh, wait till you try this.
Mmm. Oh, yeah. It's got great kick to it. Amazing flavor. Woo! Got some kick. Hey, I'm going to kick it back to you guys in the studio. More News 15 today. I'm going to get a little water or maybe a beer because, hey, I'm on fire.
Sauce Piquant.
Hot in temperature, or like is it just like spicy?
I
Which is
Pepper.
it? Oh,
It's
okay,
spicy, but you know
Carter,
what?
that
It's
is your
delicious.
dish.
Al, bring me a
Yeah.
dish back so
This
I
is
can try it.
Al, we're gonna let
This
you.
is Cartesimono spicy.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
We can tell. We're gonna let you get some water, maybe a Diet Coke while you're at it, but we'll check back
50 Shades of Red
in
with Al
just a
Hebert.
bit.
Well, for the final time this morning, we're going to check back in with Al Hebert for the Friday feed.
Yes, Al. I hope you got some water. I know it was a little spicy, but how's it going? How's it? How is
He's
it?
gone down to a normal shade.
Yes.
Hey, Alex Carter. Hey, we put the fire out. This is really good. I just want to stress, it's spicy, but unlike a lot of places, you still get the flavor. Now, I like hot food, but I like it when I get the flavor. And so Harley has managed to keep the flavor in here. This is really the most amazing rice and gravy. And the last time we were with Harley, we had rice and gravy. It was steak and gravy. So there's something magical. There's some kind of wizardry going on here, Harley, right?
Yeah.
Yep, and it's your grandma's wizardry.
Yes, it sure is.
Now, the downtown location, Catawba, temporary closed right now, but you're about to reopen, right?
Yes, sir. Within the next couple of weeks, we plan to reopen it better than ever.
And you've got some things planned for it,
We
right?
sure do. So when we come back, we're going to have things like this, which is why I've been showcasing this as plate lunches. And then you can go watch on my show, the Bon Ton Cooking Show on Facebook and YouTube, and you can learn step by step how to actually make these things. Don't forget to come try it at the Old Catawba Cafe when we open back up.
Because I'm worried I'll make this, I'm going to be disappointed. I'm going to be in a corner crying like a baby, banging my head against the wall because I can't do it as good as Harley. Love this guy, love this food. Catawba Cafe, you got to try this out. We're going to go back to you in the studio. More News 15 today. Hey, Monday, I'm making Baby Yoda cake pops. You don't want to miss that.
Until next time, Parrain loves you.
Parrain loves you. I love it.
All right.
That's cute. Love that. And I love a good cake pop, so just love all around. Thanks, Al. We appreciate you.